AskReddit by Toxic Rails. What are your best lasts a lifetime brands of items? My KitchenAid mixer was a wedding gift for my mother and father's wedding 55 years ago. Still works great and I still have all the attachments. I hope to buy one of these one day. Expensive, but they sound more than worth it. Lego pieces are intentionally and notoriously long-lived. I have Lego bricks someone gave our son from when their daughter was young, 20 plus years old, and they fit new bricks exactly. I have read where they are obsessive about making sure this is the case and that they last nearly forever. This is part of the reason they struggle to come up with an alternative substance for their bricks. Won't last. My husband and I combined our childhood Lego from the 80s, popped them in little boxes, and left them on the tables at our wedding reception for the guests to play with. It was supposed to be just a fun little thing, but we were amazed at how much everyone enjoyed it. There were competitions between tables over who had the best builds, fierce battering for parts and a minifig kidnapping, judging by the ransom note we found afterwards. Lego men also ended up in soup. Some car parts appear to have crashed into cake. We tossed them into a laundry bag and ran them through the dishwasher, and these 20-plus-year-old pieces were good as new. 400 grams of pseudochrome. Seriously. I use it for everything. Spots, burns, thighs rubbing. I used it when I was little. I'm 22 now, and I especially remember it being a godsend when I was 6 and had chickenpox. Anyway, I went for it the other day because I had a spot on my face, and I noticed the tub looked kinda rolled, so I asked my mum how long we've had it for. It's the same tub we've been using since I was born, edit, and it's only just half empty. Me and my tub of Aquaphor. In 2012 my sister gave me a North Face NF0A3LGT jacket that she'd already worn. I'm in a cold area, and I have worn that jacket to down below freezing weather, and if you're in the store you won't roast. It has a really flexible temperature range where it's comfortable. I've worn it constantly. The thing looks and feels new. It won't die. I don't like wearing labels, but because this was a gift and it's been so functional for over 10 years, I keep wearing it. The quality of this thing really is sick. I bought $100 North Face winter boots, and I wore them for 14 winters and just replaced them a couple years ago. I didn't get rid of them though, they're a little beat up, but still perfectly wearable. I inherited my grandma's Griswold cast iron skillet. I use it every day and it still works great even after 80 plus years. I plan to keep using it until I die. Pretty much any cast iron skillet will last at least one lifetime if taken care of, that is, not left outside or something crazy. Fiskars scissors. 15 plus years going strong. Fiskars axe here. I inherited a Fiskars logging axe and that mofo goes hard. I don't know how old it is, pretty effing old, grandpa's maybe, but it's outlasted all the other axes we've bought and killed. JanSport backpacks. I'm 34 and have been using the same backpack since 7th grade. My JanSport backpack looks exactly the same as it did when I started college. I started college in 1995. Zippo lighters. They've been around for 90 years and they function the same way they did when they started. They have a legit lifetime warranty. They don't cover cosmetic damage, but with anything else. You can find one from the 40s while scuba diving and send it in and they'll replace it for free. It's a shame they leak fuel rapidly. If you can keep up on filling it at least once a week it's fine, but they will leak out eventually. I know there are inserts for that, but it kinda loses the fuel versatility. I've been using the same Braun razor for 40 years so far. I have a Braun Series 700 bought in 2013 and it's still perfect. I only run it through the clean cycle once a month and have replaced the cartridge twice in 10 years. That and a good chef knife are the best things I've ever bought. Roll of plastic wrap from Costco. We bought a 3,000 foot roll almost 10 years ago. The only problem is the size of it requires we store it in the bottom cabinet behind some more frequently used small appliances. We rarely use it, but when we do we have to remove the toaster, stand mixer, stock pot, and sous vide. That plastic wrap will haunt us for the rest of our lives and I'll pass it down to my least favorite child. All clad pots and pans. Came here looking for this. Over the last few years we've upgraded our stainless steel posts and pans to all clad and I don't anticipate ever needing to replace them unless some freak accident occurs. Also worth mentioning the following cookware brands as lifetime brands. Matfa Borjeet carbon steel cookware. Storb enameled cast iron cookware. Lodge cast iron cookware. LL Bean. I have socks that are old enough to drink. They've outlasted everything else. They're not the best anymore and I haven't found anything else comparable, but good god did that company make good shit in the late 90s. Edit. Okay. I get it. Done tough. Ordered. The socks, boots, wool blankets, and Norwegian sweaters are all solid still. Other items have gone downhill. Patagonia. Literal lifetime guarantee and if something breaks, you can mail it to them and they will repair it. I had to do it with one of my jackets because a zipper started splitting. My Patagonia jacket is what keeps me from gaining too much weight, lol. It's as good as new. I must not outgrow it. Osprey bags. Built tough and lightweight. I've used their almighty guarantee 2x on different backpacks, both times for their water bottle mesh breaking after years of use. It was deemed too hard to repair, so they sent me a new equivalent bag without me sending back the damaged old one. I won't buy a bag from any other manufacturer. I don't know about lifetime, but mine still works just fine. Mine has stopped working recently, but my SNES has been playing Mario at least once a month for the last 30 years. YKK zippers. Underappreciated product, right here. I am wearing the same Birkenstocks I bought in 1991. Recorked and amp, resold, but still the same. Ship of Theseus. Meal vacuum cleaners. Ours finally did die after 20 years. I still miss it. The Made in Canada Arc'teryx jackets. I have two that I've had for nearly 20 years, just solid as can be. I googled those jackets cause I wanted one a few years ago. The price was too high for me to commit, but I am determined to own one eventually. Hearing this has convinced me. My mom's Nokia cell phone. Does your mom refuse to switch back and forth between upper and lower case while texting like mine does? Whenever she texts me, she's basically yelling at me constantly. Victorinox knives. They make Swiss Army knives. I was gifted their whole kitchen set. Be waterfall. Knipex hand tools. Martin guitars. Yes, to this don't reckon I'll ever sell my D18, though I'm very curious to see what happens to them in the next decade or so. The current owner, CF Martin IV, doesn't have any kids to leave the company to. I'm worried it'll get bought out and turn to shit. KitchenAid small appliances such as a stand mixer. More so a kid's toy collectible than an appliance, but if you're a parent reading this, standard Hot Wheels cars, Matchbox cars. I'm 23 now and I have cars from even before I was born. Not the fancy ones where the door opens or the playsets like the truck transport that can haul cars. The actual dinky car. Those things are built to last. Tough as nails. I remember one recess taking a green Hot Wheels car and seeing how much damage we could inflict on it. Smashed it against the pavement, the brick walls, the fences on the baseball diamond and the ground. The roof was sheared off, the wheels fucked up, the body bent and smashed, but it still rolled good. I think I still have it too, somewhere. I've seen those cars be fired through drywall and the wall was more destroyed than the car. My dad even ran over one once in his car and it was fine. For $2 a car, those things could withstand most anything.